What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, it's actually kind of a golden day right now. We're checking out a game that's based on Warhammer 40k, very much inspired by it from what I can tell, called Beat the Humans, where you are running an orc warband in space. And so evil humans are invading and we're going to crump them, we're going to zog them, we're going to frag them, we're going to take them down because they can't touch our greeniness like that. This would normally be the point at which I would Waaagh for all of you, but alas, my cat puked on my pop filter on my mic. If you don't know what part of the microphone that is, it's the fuzzy thing on the end. And so I'm waiting for a new one to be delivered, which means that I have two socks over the top of my microphone right now, and I'm being very, very ginger with the way that I'm speaking. So just really, really piss poor timing from the cat on that one. But this game is entering into early access on December 2nd. You can check out the link down below, along with associated Nerdcastle links like Discord, Patreon if you wanted to support the channel, or, you know, Twitch streams. But let's dive on into the game. Let's do some first impressions. I think this is going to be a good time. It seems like a little lightweight strategy RPG about running an orc warband, and that's right up my alley. So let's get on in here. I already kind of like that orc, but there's none here that are ridiculously green. I believe that greenness is next to godliness, and so this is real unfortunate. Like when I play Skyrim or and when I play Elder Scrolls or anything else, I'm always the greenest orc I can possibly be. And in this case, they have denied me my greeniness. Developer, I'm going to need you to work on that. I need to be a green orc. That's my first observation about your title. We need to name this guy something orky. We'll name him Spine Ripper. That's a good name for an orc right there. So at the beginning of the game, we've got to decide what particular burning orb that we want to conquer in the galaxy. Arvax is the only one that we can handle right now at level 1, and so we'll take Arvax because there's nothing else on offer. But inside of Arvax, we've got a couple of basic tasks we need to do before we throw ourselves into the fray. First and foremost, all of my orcs, they're hanging brain right now, so we need to get them clothed and taken care of. Unfortunately, we don't start out with the greatest gear on Earth, but I'll give one guy an energy sword, and then from there, we'll probably give him really just some light armor, I guess, so that he can be out there in the fray and throw down with the enemy. We've only got 3 move on him, which is kind of unfortunate. All of your orcs have randomly generated stats, so you never quite know what you're going to get. This guy's got a big old shooter, and so we'll give that to him. And then this guy right here has even worse movement. Okay, so take all that stuff off him then, since he's got better movement. Instead, let's make him the guy that's going to be in melee, because he can move a little tiny bit farther. I love the way the armor shows up on your characters. That's just great. We need to go to the orc shop real fast, and we need to outfit. Otherwise, we're not going to have all the choppas and shooters and all that kind of stuff, and crushes, all that kind of fun stuff that we need in order to make this operation work. We can pick up a war axe. I was kind of leaning more towards armor, I guess, but armor's kind of pricey. Let me see what I can get for new gits right now first. You have 2 types of currency in this game. You have gold. Gold is used to hire from this menu and also to buy equipment. You also have influence, which is how popular you are as a war chief. Use that over here to get fully equipped guys that are ready to join the warband right this second. So I'll probably pick up this guy right here, and we'll add him to the war party, because that means that all that I need to do is buy armor for him, I think. One thing that's suspiciously lacking from right here is there's no way to, like, look at my equipment from where I'm at right now. That's really, really weird, because you're going to be comparing and contrasting a lot, because all of the gear and all of the units are, like, randomly generated. You never quite know what you're going to get out, and then based on the stat points that they command, they cost a differentiated amount. So welcome to the galaxy we're meant to be conquering. For right now, there's only a level 1 world that we can conquer. So I'll go back over here, and we'll start defending orcish territory from whatever nasty hordes are coming down the mountain to take us out. But there's a few organizational tasks we've got to do first. We need to equip our guys. So I'm going to give Spine Ripper an energy sword, and then I'll probably give him some armor right there too, so that he's got better damage absorption. These guys both have terrible movement, so it doesn't really matter what we give them. I'll give him a gun and a cloak, and then I'll give this guy a short sword and a decent robe, actually. Not a terrible robe. I think I can live with that, but we also need to go down planet side. We need to take a look at what we can purchase for right now in order to make our warband more effective. There's grenades, there's a building beacon, we've got some armors and things inside of here. However, we have no individuals upon which to perch those items. And so let's have a look over here and see what we've got going on. So we'll go ahead and grab him real quick, and it looks like he's already equipped. Let's have a look. I actually don't know where he's at after I spent the money on him. He's definitely not inside my warband right now, though. And so I think that little guy we hired will actually join in on the next fight for us. That's why he's called an ally, is that it's just like a one-turn assist, basically. But let's go fight some filthy humans, dude. They're all up inside my territory right now, and I don't like it. I'm resisting the urge to do orc voice so badly because it would deafen you and blow out my mic, because socks are not great for insulating mics. Once you get into the actual game proper, this is no different than any other strategy RPG. Your characters have APs. They can use those APs for various activities. There we go. Let's just eliminate that guy right there. You come down here and rescue that orc because it gives me bonuses. And wow, dude, this guy has movement. Okay, let's move him up then. How hard does that human hit right there? I have questions. Don't you slaughter that orc. He's innocent. Okay, I'll take a hit right there. That's fine. No, dude, he was so innocent. He's never harmed anybody in his entire life. That was like the nicest orc on earth. He was a small business owner. He supports his community and buys locally. He only purchases fair trade objects with teeth. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Just depleting the foundations of my society with their human-like villainy. Let's move over here and see if we can slaughter this guy and convert some part of his body into a war trophy. That's right, I see you, Mr. Uh-oh. That's probably not ideal. Let's go up here. And then you also reroute maybe over to here. There we go. How far does he move? 4? All right, don't get blown up by a grenade. Apparently a fire grenade from what it looks like right there. I'm going to get smacked, but I've got good armor, so it doesn't really matter that I get smacked. And then I'm just going to finish him off, and that's our first battle up and done. Little bit of cash for the pocket. We're going to get a bonus for winning the fight. We get to go back to Orc Tusk HQ and ask them for something. We can strengthen our armor, we can get equipment, or we can get allied reinforcements. I would like equipment, please. Equipment would be good. And it looks like that gave me some steel sleeves that are actually pretty strong. Better than what I have on. All right, let's take those steel sleeves then. We'll throw them on. We've got a little bit of money to play around with, but it's not going to be enough. I can go look at the shop real fast, but I doubt there's going to be anything here that I can actually get for that price point. Yeah, all these orcs are fairly expensive. So I think we're going to have to take another fight before we can do anything else here, because I got to buy a weapon if I get a new orc. And so, ooh, we can get charge blades. Okay. Ooh, I can get a heavy warhammer. That'd be kind of sick. Let's get some charged blades, I guess, because we can request reinforcements after our next victory. And I think that'll get us all nice and set up. As far as the tracks that are at the top of the screen, this one right here fills up whenever we win, and we get to conquer a planet when this one gets up to max, which means that I have more control over this area. When this one fills up, every time we die, this one fills up a little bit, and when it fills up fully, I don't know exactly what happens. These are my blind first impressions of this early access, and so I assume that we lose the game, but maybe something else happens. There's some more human invaders over here. Send in the war force. Send them in. Let's put some blood on blades out here. All right, so what are we looking at on this side? We do have a reinforcement over here, which is nice. Let's start getting everybody into position. How far can you move? You can move 4. Well, then I am going to come down and say, how do you do? There we go. Let's line him up. And with you, can you even make a shot that far? We can try. He made the shot. It's random inside that cone, so you never know exactly what's going to happen there. You kind of pull down right there. There's no undo. I would like to see an undo added on into the game around, like maybe 1 or 2 per battle. I misclick a lot. It's a problem that I have. And so, you know, whenever there's not an undo button, I get a little bit sad, and I feel a little bit less orky. I'll take 1 damage right there. That's okay. Stab you. Stab you. This guy is just like the hero of the fight right now. Can you do anything? You hit your shot. You had like no chance to hit that shot, and yet you still hit it, and you put him inside of one-shottable range. I'm proud of you, Mark's Orc. where can I get to from here? Let's move to here. Stab him up. Move to there. Stab him up. And then we should be able to finish off that fight right there without too many problems. I don't want my reinforce orc. I don't want him to get wounded here. He's become... I'm growing sentimental about him. He's green, though. I mean, kind of a cyan, really. But still green. I gotta figure out what he's doing with his diet, dude. Is it just that he's, like, eating a lot more grog? Is that why he's so much greener than I am? Because I'm a little bit offended right now about the greeniness of my cohort. Another victory under the belt. We can raise our morale. We can request melee weapons, or we can decrease combat equipment timer. I'm just gonna take melee weapons. That sounds good. I was hoping for reinforcements, but we didn't get it. The good news is I should be able to buy a new orc now that I can start tacking out with some goodies. Maybe? It depends, I guess. He's 160, so we can't afford an orc just yet. I guess I could pull in more reinforcements now that I know they're not for just one battle. But we're still a little bit shy on that one, too. Let's go back to space and let's see what we can pull out here. So we've got moon monsters over here and we've got humans over here. Moon monsters are a little bit harder, so I'm going to take a third human fight. Let me get my... Actually, let me take a look at my equipment first. I might be able to upgrade somebody here. Yeah, he has no armor, so I'm going to throw on some actual light armor with him so that he's all nice and good to go. And at least he's a little bit more resilient to enemy attacks. We'll send that warband right there. And once again, dude, it's like every time I go out into the galaxy, there's no shortage of humans for me to stomp into a fine red mist. Deeply upsetting, but I'm going to earn my belly plate and my jaw guard, okay? We got a couple of easy rescues right here on orcs. So I'll rescue right there. I'll move up right here. How far can you move? Not far enough. Okay, you go rescue him for the extra influence. Oh, he can make it. Good. Okay, get down here and then bash. Oh, no. Oh, no. He didn't die. Does he have armor? How come he did not die? When you fire into melee, you can hit your own troops because of the cone-based targeting. So keep that in mind as you move forward. Oh, yeah, these guys are pretty heavily armored, dude. They're reducing my damage by quite a lot. Okay, I thought they were going to be like the normal squishy Marines. No, they are not squishy Marines. Let's move over to here and just cut him off at the pass and get a free damage off right there. You fire wildly down the corridor. I don't know why there was an explosion right there, but me likey explosions, so I can live with it. He moves 4. Okay, you guys says 1, 2, 3, 4. You moved right there, I guess. Oh, with the grenade, though. That's real unfortunate, because that means I have to disengage from combat now, which means he gets a free hit. I'm going to kill his buddy over here, though. I don't want to send him up because he's not very armored, but I do need this guy out of the way. I mean, we hit one. It wasn't the one that I was trying to hit, but orcs are always big fans of accuracy by volume, so I can live with it. You come up here and get behind him. And we'll kind of see what these guys do. Okay, I can live with that. That's perfectly fine. He's not going to be able to get into combat on this turn. Well, yeah, he can. There we go. Giblets, boys. Giblets out here. He hits for 2, so you're safe to go up to here. However, he does have a shocking amount of HP and armor, so it's going to take some doing to take him out. Like, this is not going to be a human-related infestation that's going to clean itself up. A little bit more cash. All right, let's buy ourselves a new orc. So on this minor victory, we can request melee weapons or we can raise morale. Let's raise morale. I don't know what that does. Oh, it just gives us a ton of influence. Okay. I can live with that. That's actually very, very helpful. Let's go back over here to the planet, and I don't actually need that right now. What I need right now is I need a whole bunch more troops. So he's 160. He's got... Gruck has better HP. So we'll take Gruck. And now that we have Gruck, can I afford to bring... I want the Kill-A-Can. I want it real bad. Like, I want it. I want it real, real bad. More vehicles, though. Tanks and things like that, dude. That's what's going to make this game super pop. I'm going to go back out to space real fast, and I'm going to equip this guy. There's a lot of load screens, too, is one thing that I'm noticing. I don't know why you would need to have a load screen right there for just, like, a simple pixel art display on this side. I don't know if that's, like, an engine limitation or what that is, but it is strange. So with our new guy over here, we need an armor. So I'll give him the stabby knives for right now. But if we can get him an armor, I think that... Oh, I don't have any money to get him an armor. I guess I can just give him that, and it's an extra HP, and it does kind of fit the roguey vibe that he's got going on. But he is going to have to kill some enemies, like, be a flash get by the end of the day, alright? Moon Parasite Nest. Let's go after them. Moon parasites, in my opinion, tend to be a little bit more difficult than humans, just because they replenish and they come back. They've got kind of like a swarm mechanic going on, and so they can be a little bit difficult to control when things are going hectic, depending on where the enemy spawns at, too. Let's move you up to here. We'll give you 2 solid stabs on the big one. You come down here. Give me a solid stab on him. Can you make it down here? You can. Good. Well, then make it down here and kill that guy. You snipe him, and that'll be another one bites the dust. Unfortunately, my orcs look like they're about to get eaten. Our beautiful, effervescent flesh, it's being consumed by space moonanites. If I can just rescue one, I go back for one more, like Hacksaw Ridge. Get him out of there and get him evac'd. Those hit for 3. Okay, so he's got no armor and they move 6. Let's move him over to here. These low movement orcs, man. You get up here, and you just try to hold the line up on this side. We killed the big one on the first turn. The big one is a spawner, and he spawns like 3 or 4 more of these guys every other turn, and it can really get out of hand. Don't you eat that orc. Don't you do it. Oh, that one has armor. Interesting. I wasn't expecting an armor-type situation here. All right, go get him. Oh, you missed. Oh, no. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. Stab him to death, and then it's going to be the enemy's turn. That's fine. He can tank it. He's got loads and loads and loads of armor, so it should be okay. 2 more down. You move up. You're the fastest, so get out here. You reload your old gun. I'd love to see a reload animation or something be added on in there too. I do think the characters need a little bit more animation to them. Just not a lot, but a few more supplementary animations to make the game feel a little bit more high market. There we go. Wipe out the last Moon Man, and we've got ourselves 40 influence and 80 bucks. Let's see what our bonus is for this battle right here. Our bonus for this battle is we can request reinforcements, we can request ranged weapons, or we can strengthen our armor. Let's strengthen our armor. I don't know whose armor got strengthened, but I'm guessing it was him, because his HP looks a lot higher than it previously was. But you're going to want to have some kind of pop-up that tells me exactly who got upgraded and what took place there. I also don't exactly know the mechanism by which my orcs level up. Like, maybe the XP isn't implemented in this current build. It's kind of hard to say. And we got a bunch more human fights out here. I don't really have too many other things that I can organize or add on in, so we'll just kind of like dive on into here and see what happens. My green guy was he was gone in that last battle, so I guess you only get him for a couple of battles, which is why they're cheaper. Okay, so here's what's going to happen here, champ. I'm going to rescue this orc, and then I'm going to cut you to pieces with my giant choppa. You are going to get shot at and missed. You move down to here, maybe. Start working on him. Your damage could be a little bit better. I'm hoping that he goes after him and not after my gunner, but my gunner's got decent armor, so maybe it'll be okay. How much damage do you deal? You deal 4 damage. It's not enough to kill him, and you're too squishy to soak a hit. So come back in over here, and we'll see what the enemy does. They're going to spend the first turn just like murdering innocent orcs and just engaging in the sort of depravity that only humans can engage in, a particularly smelly sort of depravity. One of those lesser-known things about human beings is that they smell like waffles. And one of the weird things is, I don't know if I should risk, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they will be able to make adjacency with this guy if I do that push. So we may have to sacrifice that orc for the greater battle line. I'll move you down here so that you can fire a couple shots at him as they advance. He's moving along the top lane. You know he's going to chuck that grenade the first time he gets a chance. How come they always close the distance with me like maximum velocity, but when it comes to murdering those guys, they're like super, super slow about it? You get down here. Get him with a nice orky stab on that side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he can move out to there. Okay, you guys come get in the battle line then. You make a shooting line right there. You're slow as hell, so just do whatever you can. Grenade. No grenade, interestingly. Okay, I can live with that. I do like how it puts blood splashes and stuff all over the ground. Very charming. I was wondering if he was going to walk through that flame. And indeed, he did. He's going to throw a grenade at that batch right there. So let's at least give him a scar to remember us by. You start moving up here to engage with the commander. Yep, he did exactly what I thought he was going to do. Precisely. But I have a way out of this. There we go. Gimme my monies. I needs my teeth. I gotta spend them on something good. I got a squig pen out there that could use a few more inside it. Alright, so we can request reinforcements. We can decrease our combat timers. Let's go with request reinforcements, I guess. Yeah, we've got room. There's always room for another orc inside the warband. Take that energy sword. You're kind of naked right now. I wish your movement was a little better too, but I can live with it. We need to go to the orc shop. So let's go to ye olde orc shop and see if we can pick him up an armor inside of here so that he can actually fight on the front lines. If I saved up a little while longer, I could get him a machine gun. A machine gun would be pretty cool. Let's stick to the task at hand, though. We'll get him a robe. Do I want to get another guy over here? Ooh, I can afford him. And he's so badass. I mean, we are getting kind of towards the end of the episode. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Alright, humans. Prepare to face my mechanized division. I forgot to put armor on that guy. It doesn't matter. It's gonna be perfectly fine and okay because we've got to kill a can. Oh, yeah. That's the stuff right there. Yup, mess him up. That's what I'm talking about. You get him for... Actually, you go rescue him. And then... Oh, we've got... Oh, we're fighting up and down on this one. That's a weird swap. Okay. So we don't want you anywhere near the front. You kind of fall back. You move up here. Rescue that orc for the bonus. He hits for 3. He can soak it. Move up to there. He's got another move on him. Let's get them into adjacency. And then my shooter, he'll be over here. So he's going to go back and murder our kin. One damage actually kind of works right there. I'll take it. Two damage, not so much. I'd rather not. Beat him down real fast. What does your gun do? Okay, alright, alright. I like it. I was hoping it would be a machine gun or a flamethrower or something, but, like, you can't always get what you want in life. Getting what you want in life is oftentimes disappointing. I think we could use a little bit more enemy variety inside the first tier. I think having, you know, 3 or 4 types of units per tier would have the game in a decent spot. Let's move out without blocking his line of sight, because he's going to take a shot at that guy. You are going to move up. He needs to reload. Unfortunate. Okay, well, buzzsaws are perfectly fine, too. With that animation right there, instead of him just hitting it with it, have it go down and go and, like, launch blood backwards, like, with a little fatality. Like, this game just needs little creature comfort things to make it look and feel better. And honestly, I don't think it needs to I don't think it needs to sound that much better. The soundscape is good right now, but it's going to need those extra little touches to really drive home the orcish violence that we're dispensing on these filthy humans. All right, everybody in behind the killer can. Another one bites the dust. Another one. Just let him run up on us. This is basically the killer can's playground at this point. They can damage him, though, interestingly enough. 8 damage raw? That's crazy, dude. That's so much damage. I had way too much fun with that. I'm going to need an entire squad of just killer cans. Let's get weapons sharpened. Ooh, we've got to conquer a planet now. Let's do it. I mean, we've got this guy with us, so it'll probably be fine. I think I have equipment and stuff, though, that I wanted to put around. So, yeah, this guy's shirtless right now, and we've actually got a decent armor right there that'll make him a little bit more fit for the front. Ooh, these guys leveled up. Hell yeah. So I guess it's done by kill. That's what those little pips are up there. So with him, let's give him a little more speed so he can move around the battlefield better, and then he gets a perk. Let's increase his critical hit damage, maybe. For Spine Ripper, I would like you to hit harder. Your name is Spine Ripper, after all. You would expect a guy named Spine Ripper to hit really hard. You need movement more than anything else because you're just stuck behind everybody. I can't click on the left option right here, weirdly. It'll only let me click on the right option. I don't know if that's meant to be or what, but either way, doesn't really matter. We're at the end of the video right now. Let's see what's up with this planet. I mean, they're not going to be able to make it through the killer can, right? I want to see what happens when I conquer a planet. I want to see what Orcandom looks like when it expands its domain to the stars. All right, you move up. Yep, hacksaw hit. Is that a minigun? Oh, I do not like the look of that. Okay, fire on him. Move up, base contact. Kill him. Move up here. They've got another shooter over there too, man. There's all kinds of problems coming out. All right, everybody move up. You have no armor, so you kind of like hide behind other people for now. Oh, they have a giant death robot too. Oh no. I'm suddenly feeling less confident about my outcomes here. You shot my robot. You dastardly bastard. Alright, you finish him. I don't want to push forward too hard here. But then again, I don't really want their support weapon to get here either. That would also be problematic. You come down here. Get him just up and out of our business. Yeah, you guys all get behind something, I think. But they've got so many shooters that they can kind of like wing rounds at us and not suffer any consequences for it. Pull everybody into line of sight, I guess. And then you sort of move up as a defensive option. Okay, I think they've blocked the pass. I mean, I guess he can break those rocks. The rest of us can't. You come over here. One-shotted. Let's go. Not one-shotted on that side, which is kind of unfortunate. I would have liked a one-shot right there. This is kind of a risky shot. Just fire wildly into the middle of the enemy. And then you... I really needed you to have 3 movement here, buddy. Well, give him something to shoot at then. With our big stompy boy. I say we bring him over and we sell him dearly. Oh, he didn't make adjacency. Yeah, that'd do it. You guys stay where you're at, and we'll just kind of deal with the consequences of what's happening here. Okay, he shoots him. So it does look like they focus fire, hoping to fish out kills. Yeah, you get him. I wasn't super sure if there's a way to plot his path a little bit better. You reload. I don't know what I'm totally up against right now. But if we have to lose our mech, let's lose our mech doing something that reduces this guy's damage down a little bit. I don't even know if my other guys can hurt this thing. I think you always take a bare minimum of 1 damage, but if he goes down, it's going to be an issue. I don't know if he's going to go down like that. I think it's time for us to sprint out of cover here. And then you kind of get behind everybody else and just hope he misses a shot. Yeah, you always take 1 damage, so we may just have to dogpile this thing. I don't know if an aggressive advance is good right now or what I want to do. He's got 1 AP left. You get in behind him because I think I need you still to hit that thing because he's the only person that could deal enough damage to get through its armor and kill it. You also move up. And then we've got an attack over here. That's another human down. Frees up another guy. Oh my god. That hurted so much. You just go for it, man. Be the hero I know you are. Be the champion of Orkendom. You lock him down. It's going to be a minute before this orc can reinforce, though. As I say, he should survive it okay. Oh, he had to reload! Get wrecked! Yeah. I thought we were toast right there. I thought we were in deep trouble. Almost like a little Advanced Wars feeling to the game, in all honesty. That's what it kind of reminds me of. So the planet was liberated and Draynosh was unfortunately killed. Let's go for reinforcements. Do I get all of Draynosh's stuff back when he dies? It looks like I do, so we can just pop a new orc in. And frankly, this guy's got 4 movement, which I think just makes him better than Draynosh. Oh my god, we've got all kinds of difficult fights in front of us right now. It looks like I've still got my kill a can, though, so maybe if he dies, he still comes back in the next fight. That'll definitely be helpful. But this is Beat the Humans. My name is Splattercat. I like the game. I think it's cool. It needs more stuff. It needs more enemy types. It needs more weapon types. There are special weapons you can buy. You no doubt saw them over here in the shop, like hand grenades and teleporters and things of that nature that you can play around with. And I do think that they're actually really worthwhile to go get those things. But so far, seems to be a decent little docket of things to play around with inside the inaugural early access window of the game. But there's definitely areas where the animation could be a little bit more inviting, could be a little bit more immersive and violent. I mean, a lot more sounds could be added on in of guys screaming and dying and things of that nature. But we'll see what they do with the early access. For right now, any opportunity to play an orc warband, man. See y'all later.